last delivery of the night for me. I was working at this pizzeria called Leonardo's. One of my bosses, Frank, was on the night shift with me. He would choose who does what delivery. We got an order for a couple regular pizzas. He gave me a piece of paper with the address on it and the person's phone number. This was in 2009. I didn't have a cell phone that had GPS, just a bare bones flip phone. I also didn't have one of those garment GPSs. I still had to use an old school book of maps to find my way around when doing deliveries. The name of the street that this house I was doing my last delivery for was something along the lines of Willows Road. I can't remember the house number, nor do I remember the name given for the order, but I do remember having the hardest time finding the place. It was in this really rural town with nothing but woods, farmland, and more woods. The lack of streetlights also didn't help. I had to pull over a few times and turn on the interior lights as I checked the map again. It was a very stress-inducing situation whenever I couldn't find a house.
See, this right here is just this, bro. It's just this right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it freaked me out, man. You know what I'm saying? Even when I be riding with my Charger and shit, you know what I'm saying? Riding down the road and stuff like that. I mean, I got some scary shit. You really don't want to see. I got scary shit for real. All right, Mr. Nightmare, scared. Got some scare for y'all next time. Promise you, you're gonna get scared tonight. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, riding down the street like that, man, just by myself, man. And I don't like that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. Word is bond.
I was on a very quiet, dark, and confusing road when I decided to just call the number on the paper my boss gave me. The phone rang a bunch of times. It seemed that there was no answering machine set up to it. It had to have rung about 10 times before someone picked up, and I waited for someone to say hello. When no one did, I said it, and then a voice on the other end said it back. It was a low, deep, yet soft voice. I said, "This is the pizza guy. I'm just having a hard time finding your place." He explained that his driveway was easy to miss and looks like just a dirt trail. He talked in a very slow, monotone voice as he described the surroundings of his driveway to help me find it.
Damn, boy, you going all the way out there, is you, boy? Where the hell you live at?
I turned my car onto this pretty narrow dirt path. It was definitely easy to miss. It took about 30 seconds of me driving slowly and carefully up it until I saw this small, one-story house come into view. There was a faint orange glow from inside the house that could be seen through one of the windows. I parked my car next to the only other vehicle in sight, this jalopy of a pickup truck. I grabbed the 2 pizzas from the passenger seat and walked to the front door of the house. I looked for a doorbell, couldn't find one.
Just put it there, take a picture.
I knocked on the door.
You can't take a picture?
I heard muffled music from inside the house. Then I heard footsteps approaching the door, stop, and then after maybe 10 seconds, the door cracked open, and I saw a quarter of someone's face. I literally could just see one of their eyes peeking out at me. I nervously said, "Hey, you ordered the pizza, right?" The guy said, "Oh yes, the pizza." I recognized the voice from the phone call from before. There was a weird pause. I didn't know what to say except for, "Do you have the cash?"
I don't like that
He
music.
said, "Yes, let me go get it." He walked away from the door, and I heard his footsteps move to another room. There was super old music from like the 1930s playing, making the setting just extra creepy and weird.
Oh God, I don't like, bro. Like, I don't like that music, bro. Like, for real. Oh God, I'm like, nigga, what the hell, bro? Said 2009?
If it weren't creepy enough already. Then the door started slowly inching open on its own, revealing more and more of this dimly lit room. Everything about the interior of this place seemed super old. There were metal sheets on the floor, presumably covering holes in the floor. The couch looked like it was from a different century. Hell, all of the furniture did. And the music was coming from a vintage-looking record player, one of those with a big horn-like thing at top. That's all I could see at first from just sneaking a nosy peek inside the place. But what really was off-putting was the smell. It smelled like death in there. I waited respectfully for the guy to come back with the money, from wherever he went. When enough time passed that I felt like it was getting weird, I knocked on the open door, took a peek inside, and said, "Sir?" The man's voice came from another room, saying, "Yes, would you mind coming into the kitchen, please?"
Man, come on now, bro. Like, come on, don't go into no kitchen. Come on now, bro. You gotta go in the kitchen for. You know what I'm saying? You don't go in the kitchen, bro. Please, bro. Damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, niggas no stupid, bro. We gotta go in the kitchen for, bro. Come on now, but just give your money and go, bro. Go in the kitchen and shit like that. And shit already would have threw me off, bro. Bro, staying out here in the middle of nowhere, bro. Smells like death in the house.
My coworkers and bosses always advised against stepping into anyone's house if you didn't have to. That advice seemed especially relevant for this circumstance.
Then they go in the house, wasn't they?
I heard what the man said, but I still responded, "Can you repeat that?" He repeated, "Can you come to the kitchen, please?" I stepped inside, and I honestly felt like my feet were gonna crash through the floor. The place was so old that the floor actually caved in a bit as I stepped around. The house was very linear. I looked to the right and saw the entrance to the kitchen, where his voice was coming from. I looked to the left, and there was a narrow hallway which had a bunch of doors on the right side. At the end of the hallway, there was this guy with his back to me, slowly dancing in the creepiest way imaginable. The man was feeling himself. I don't mean he felt confident. I mean he was literally feeling his body as he moved in this really off-putting way. In any other circumstance, I would laugh, but I was downright disturbed of what kind of house I'd just walked into. I turned away and looked to the kitchen, still holding these two pizza boxes.
You still going in there? Man, bro, I'm dropping that shit right at the door. You know what I'm saying? You still going in there, bro? But you white, bro. You know what I mean? I know my peoples. You know what I mean? First of all, shit. I told you, I never could be a food delivery. When I was doing Instacart, I ain't like Instacart. I hated Instacart, bro. You know what I mean? On God, I don't like that shit. I don't like food delivering.
I took a few steps toward the kitchen before I even noticed the person peering around the edge of the wall separating the kitchen from the living room. It was that man's face again, still only showing like a quarter of his face. Just one of his eyes creepily peering at me. The only thoughts I had in this moment were what the fuck, and should I just leave?
Leave!
I repeated what I said at the front door moments ago, asking him again if he has the cash. The man didn't respond.
Fuck
he
that
started
cash.
to just giggle, or I don't even know what I'd call it, because the laugh was so deep in pitch, but it was so subtle and soft. Then he called out Randall in a startlingly loud voice, much louder and more commanding in tone than his previous soft-spoken monotone voice. I was at my limit of how much weirdness I could take.
Fuck God.
I turned around and started walking back to the front door, and as I took a look down the hallway as I was about to walk outside, I noticed that guy who was dancing seconds ago was now simply just standing there, looking back at me. I left through the front door and closed it behind me.
Fuck.
I hurried back to the car, for some reason still holding the pizzas. I threw the pizza boxes in the passenger seat and got back in the car as quickly as possible. As I was backing my car up to clear the pickup truck next to it so that I could just do a 3-point turn, I did look back at the house, and the door was fully open again. My heart started beating even quicker at the thought that one of them was outside my car about to attempt to open one of the doors.
Oh God.
Maybe they were, and I'll never know. But I managed to get my car down that dirt driveway and back onto the road. I had to return to the pizzeria. I called Frank to let him know what happened. He wasn't mad at me. When I got back to the pizzeria, everyone laughed when I told them what happened. I can honestly see how it sounds like a funny situation when explaining it to others, but it was not funny in the moment.
You said all this shit don't be real. I told you. Let me go and explain what Mr. Baldwin does, bro. I told you. All he doing is reading people's stories that happen to them for real. You know what I'm saying? He's reading people's stories and all these videos. He basically trying to play out the situation, bro. But these happen for real, bro. You know what I mean? This happened to a real person. You feel me? Just like Mr. Baldwin, Mr. Baldwin be talking about shit that happened for real. This is real, bro. It's not fake, bro. People just be sending shit, bro, to his email, bro, and they tell him what happened, bro. And he just put it to the video. This ain't fake,
Whatever
bro.
was going on in that house wasn't normal.
It's happened
and
to
I
real
don't think
people.
they had any intentions of buying pizza. I've had multiple dreams where I would see that man's face just peeking around from behind a wall. After that, I didn't enter anyone's houses or...
This nigga talking about don't say that, nigga. It's the truth. I'm not trying to scare this man. You feel me? It's the truth, bro. Show it, like, bro. Like, he tell you, like, these shit that happen to real people, bro. Bro, do y'all realize, bro, we live in a more evil world? Bro, speaking of evil, bro, somebody in your room, bro, in the corner. You laying on your bed right now, bro? Bro, look.
Apartments while doing deliveries.
He's looking at you, bro. Turn around, bro.
I'm currently 20 years old, although at the time of the story I was 19. I live in Newark, Delaware.
Talking about you got pole, but you can't get pole for what's looking at you right now, though. Like, it's a spirit looking at you. It's a spirit in your room, bro. It's a spirit. Demonic. I feel, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. It's telling me something demonic in your room, bro. It's telling me something demonic.
A usually small and quiet town. That is, until college season rolls around in the fall and spring. Newark is home to the University of Delaware, which is a large and widely...
Some in your living room. Something told me you was in the couch. You was on the couch, right? It's dark as hell in your living room, is it? Dark as hell. Now, I mean, you in there by yourself, is you? So I'm just looking at you and shit. You feel it too, do you? You feel the presence in the living room, do you?
Respected school in the U.S. It also has a reputation for being a big party school. So when the college kids arrive, things get a lot more lively. Anyway.
No, I say, look, y'all can't hang out with me, bro. Real talk. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I told y'all, bro. This shit right here, this doesn't scare me, bro. Like, bro, I told you, bro. I realized, like, bro, I used to go to sleep with scary movies on, bro. I used to, like, and I'm not even talking about, I'm talking about real deal horror shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really numb to this shit, bro. Like, it's more interesting, bro, than scared to me, bro. I'm telling y'all. Try to tell y'all shit.
I work as a bicycle delivery guy at Jimmy John's, a job.
You say you used to see dead people, bro. I told y'all, no count, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. I told y'all when I was little, I said the same story. Y'all think I be lying about that paranormal shit, bro. I'm not even trying to scare y'all, but I told y'all when I was little, bro, I could see the shadow right now. I swear to God, the same shadow used to follow me everywhere the fuck I went. It was this fucking shadow, bro. You know what I mean? I used to see it when I was a freaking baby, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was a freaking human figure, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I seen a shadow right now, bro, I know exactly, bro. That's that fucking shadow I used to see, bro. You know what I mean? Bro, me and my sister, I swear to God, me and my sister, bro, we was in a... Have y'all ever watched VeggieTales, bro? I swear to God, bro, we seen VeggieTales. I swear to God, it's this little cartoon, bro. Me and my sister was awake and shit, bro. We seen fucking VeggieTales, bro. The cartoon, we seen VeggieTales. I swear to God, bro, me and my sister, I don't know if me and my sister was in a dream. I don't know where the hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? I tell y'all stories, bro, because, bro, shit didn't happen to a kid, bro. Like, a lot of shit didn't happen to a nigga, bro. So I got stories on stories on stories on stories, bro. Like, swear to God, I got hella stories about this shit, bro.
I still work as of me telling the story. This event took place during a Tuesday or Wednesday night in the spring. It was either late April
a lot of y'all be thinking this shit fake,
May.
bro.
I can't remember exactly. It was my typical 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift. The Jimmy John's I work at is open until 2 on the weekdays and 3 on the weekends.
I just pray.
This means we're one of the few places still open in town, aside from the bars. So
shit don't happen to me no more, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that used to just happen when I was just little and shit. Like weird shit used to happen like when I was little and shit like that. But now, you know, I really think it was because of the houses we used to live in, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You know, but now for us, you know, just being like this is the first time, like we the first people that lived in this house, bro. I don't really experience. I mean, like I said, it was kind of feeling a little strange and shit, but I don't really be experiencing that in this house for real.
A lot of drunk college kids storm the place wanting to order. Needless to say, it gets pretty hectic. Deliveries would pop up like crazy too, which did get very annoying, but it meant a lot of tips, so I always put up with it. This was my last night working the shift, and just as 2 a.m. was about to roll around, one last delivery came in, and I was next in line to take it. This annoyed me as I just wanted to end my shift and go home to get some sleep. I sucked it up and took the delivery since I didn't have a choice. I knew the street by heart and knew where to go immediately.
Where we at?
I should mention the reason we do bicycle deliveries is because the roads tend to be busy.
Oh, hell no. Nigga, hell no. You know that's a big hell no right there, but you tripping.
I should mention the reason we do bicycle deliveries is because the roads tend to be busy sometimes during college season. So using bicycles sometimes allows us to do deliveries faster. I rode my bike as fast as I could to the house in less than 10 minutes. I knocked on the door loudly, but there was no answer. I knocked again, louder this time. Still nothing. I became a little pissed when I remembered if someone didn't come out, I'd have to take the order back to the store, meaning this delivery would seriously be wasting my time. I called the number on the receipt, but no one answered.
Hell no.
I was getting ready to call the store when I first heard it. Rustling sounds coming from some bushes directly across the street from me. I figured it was probably the wind, but decided to look anyway. When I did, I felt my stomach drop as a strong sense of dread flowed through me. I saw the dark figure of a person directly across the street from me in someone's yard, crouched behind a few bushes. And even though I couldn't make out any facial features, I knew that he or she, though I figured it was a he, was looking right at me. My heart was racing, but it didn't seem like he noticed that I noticed him. I pretended to not notice him and knocked loudly on the door again. Still, there was no answer. I began to grow more and more panicked, wondering whether or not this could be a trap. I did a quick glance, and the person was still crouched behind the bushes, watching me.
Man, fuck that fool, nigga. We out, nigga. What you talking about? That shit not that important, bud. Your ass tripping, but I don't give a damn. But that food not getting delivered. On God, I'll get fired. That day you tripping. You see somebody in the bushes, nigga staring right at you, and you still finna deliver the food. Bro, I tell my boss, hey, bro, look, hey, boss, I try to go deliver the food, man. I seen a little dark shadow, man, creeping down in the bushes, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was a setup, bro, so I could not deliver the food. If he don't understand shit, I would gladly get fired. Nigga, ain't no job that important more in my life, though. If I feel like there's some fishy shit going on, shit, I'm taking that food back. Nigga, I ain't finna, this shit ain't that important, but tripping.
I just wanted to get the hell out of there, so I decided to just continuously knock on the door as loud as possible until someone answered.
This nigga went to the door.
It felt like hours that I was knocking, but eventually someone stumbled out from one of the rooms and sluggishly answered the door, sounding pissed. When I told him about the order, he told me that he didn't order, so that it was probably his roommate instead. To my misfortune, the person who actually ordered was upstairs in his room, passed out drunk. How he could have passed out so quickly after he ordered is still beyond me. The guy went upstairs to try and get him. Not even a minute after he went upstairs, I suddenly heard more rustling and did a quick glance back. When I did, I noticed the man had moved a little closer.
Come on, bro.
Probably to get a better view of me. I could tell he was still watching me.
You a girl?
My fear intensified. I almost wanted to come inside to get away from the man watching me, but I figured he'd steal my bike, meaning I couldn't do my job anymore. Plus, I didn't know if this person was armed and if he would actually try something if I went inside, which would put the two of them in harm's way. Luckily, he was only upstairs for a minute. He said his roommate's door was locked and that he wouldn't answer the door when he knocked. At this point, I really wanted to get out of there, so I told him he could sign for his roommate's order. He hesitated at first since there wasn't a tip charged to the order, but a tip was the last thing I was thinking about at this point. I insisted over and over, and eventually he signed for his roommate. I handed it to him and gave him a quick thank you. When he shut the door, I hurried to my bike and hopped on, ready to get the hell out of there. But just as I put the kickstand up, I heard the man suddenly lunge out from behind the bushes. I quickly turned to my left and saw that man was now dashing towards me. I was able to see he was wearing what looked like jeans, boots, and a black hoodie with the hood over his head, and what I think was some sort of mask on his face, as I could only see his eyes. And although I'm not 100% on this, it looked like he was holding a blade in one of his hands. I knew I had to act quick. I couldn't bang a U-turn because he'd probably catch me before I could get away. To make matters worse, all the surrounding streets led to dead ends. My only chance was to head to a bike trail that was nearby, even though it wasn't lit up and I didn't have a light on my bike. I knew it would be my only chance. I pedaled faster than I ever had before onto the pitch black trail and rode it, all while looking out for shadows and listening for footsteps. Luckily,
I know that shit. Oh, hell no. You riding on a little bike trail, boy, dark as hell out there, man. You hearing the nigga run, but man, nigga, hell no. Ain't your bike don't have no light?
It wasn't long and I knew it by heart.
Oh, he knew it by heart and shit?
I was extremely paranoid by this point, and I got startled whenever I heard any noise at all.
God.
I didn't see the man while I was on the trail, however, and I made it back to the store safely. I was hyperventilating like crazy as I tried to wrap my head around what the hell just happened. I didn't tell my boss or coworkers, nor did I call the police since I didn't get a good look at the man. I simply got my stuff, clocked out, and went to my car, putting my bike in the trunk, so thankful I decided to drive that night. I made it home safe without anyone following me, and that was that. I never saw the man again. I don't know what he wanted, whether he wanted to rob me or worse. I haven't worked another midnight shift since then, and now I carry nunchucks on me whenever I do any kind of night shift. Newark isn't known for being a dangerous town, So the fact that this happened here truly showed me that anything can happen anywhere, to anyone at any time, no matter how safe or dangerous the area may be.
Telling you, boy, this world cracking, but it's cracking out here, man. Can't be lacking while it's cracking, man. Real shit's cracking everywhere, boy.
I used to deliver for Uber Eats. I was having trouble paying off my student loans, so I was hustling to make whatever cash I could. I still lived with my parents at the time. It was late at night. I was picking up an order from some fast food place in Wilmington, North Carolina,
just pulled his ass
delivering to some house about 20 minutes away. I often did late night deliveries and Uber rides because the pay was higher and I could bang out more deliveries and rides without traffic. I was already en route to the address. I was leaving the more populated residential area of Wilmington and heading in the direction of the quieter part with all the forest and farms. Most of the roads over there were pitch black and void of any other cars at that late hour in the night. I turned off the main road onto a side road with a dead-end sign. This was the road the directions were taking me, where the address was. I was brought to the last house on this road. The lights to almost every little house on this stretch were off. It was just pitch black.
Bro, what's with y'all going down this weird ass shit, man? Like, bro, look at this, bro. What deliveries? Where y'all live at, bro? Bros, y'all be going down, be crazy, bro.
Even the house that I was supposed to be delivering the food to. I had to keep my car headlights on just to even see, and just so I wouldn't trip on anything, I also was using my flashlight on my phone to navigate my way to the porch of this house. I'm not lying when I say there was not a single light on. I even felt the overgrown grass rubbing on my shins as I walked to the front door. This didn't feel right. I pressed the doorbell button.
But you still gonna go though, right? You still gonna go, right?
So I know.
I know.
The customer had their delivery preference to be contact delivery, which means I'd have to actually physically hand it off to him or her. I messaged the customer that I'm at the front door and asked him if he could confirm the address. He read it right away and responded, "Give me a second." I replied, "Okay." He read it. I waited in the dark, looking at the windows of the house, waiting for a light inside to turn on. I was thinking there's no way this is the right house.
No, hell no.
I followed up again, asking him if he could type out his address. He started typing. It took a while before he sent a
message. You got shit fucked up. You think I'm finna sit out there with that? This shit ain't got no blinds. This shit dark as hell. There ain't no light, no blinds. Man, bro, look at this shit. You think I'm finna wait outside for what?
Message saying, "I see you. You're at the right house."
Say, I'm at the right house. Hurry your ass up then, nigga. I'm at the right house. Hurry your ass up then, bro. You feel me? You supposed to been already ready, bro.
The next thing I realized was that there were no cars anywhere. This was making no sense. I asked the customer to confirm what kind of car he sees outside. He replied that he sees my light. Well, that pretty much confirmed that I was at the correct address, but it didn't make this any less sketchy. I started to just inch away from the door to the house just because I didn't want to be on top of it as they opened the door. But the door never opened, no matter how many times I messaged the customer on the Uber Eats app. I was starting to suspect this was some kind of scam to get free food. Then I heard a voice come from outside in the darkness surrounding me. It was a male's voice calling, "Over here."
What?
I started to wave my flashlight all over the place, trying to reveal whoever just said that. I said out loud, "I'm leaving the food on the front porch over here." I didn't know who I was talking to, nor could I see them. I was terrified I was about to be attacked, so I walked back to my car, not trying to draw attention by running. When I got to my car, I heard this distinct air leaking sound that I could immediately recognize to be the sound of air leaking from a slashed tire.
Damn, this nigga slashed your tire, bro. Damn.
Took a look and saw that both the tires on the left side of the car were slashed and leaking air. I could only assume in the moment that the two tires on the right side had also been slashed. I got into the car and locked the doors first thing. All four tires showed low tire pressure warnings on the dash. Panic started to set in. I was deciding on whether to call the police and wait in the car or making a run for it into the dark to a nearby house. I was about to pick the second option. I turned off the headlights on my car and was about to get out of the car, but I noticed someone standing outside my window. I screamed my soul out, and then I realized that there were at least 4 people standing outside of my car.
Damn, yo ass, damn, bro, ain't no way how you get out this shit, boy. Damn, at least 4?
Screamed my soul out, and then I realized that there were at least 4 people standing outside of my car, one at every window. They all had on masks covering their faces. I was surrounded. One of them yelled at me to get out of the car now. I didn't know if one of them had a gun or not, and I knew that if they did, by the time I turned on the car and attempt to drive away with 4 flats, I'd have been shot dead already. I yelled through the window asking if they're just looking to rob me, and one of them said if I gave them everything on me, they'd let me go. I agreed to do so and unlocked the door. The second I did, the guy outside my door opened it and forcefully pulled me out. At this point, I was beaten and kicked by at least 3 of the guys. Damn. They grabbed everything off of me. My smartwatch, my shoes, my wallet, my phone, and even some things out of my glove compartment in my car. I was left on the ground as however many men there actually were ran away into the darkness, and I was alone. I blacked out from here, and the next thing I remember is waking up probably half an hour later, still laying on the grass next to my car. They'd stolen even my keys. I managed to get up and navigate myself to the nearest source of light I could find in the distance, which was a small house all the way up the street closer to the main road. I rang the bell a few times until someone answered through the closed door. I said I'd been injured and robbed and need to use a phone. Luckily, the woman was willing to help and allowed me to use a phone to call the police and then to call roadside assistance to have my car towed. Lastly, I called my dad. After police showed up, I was taken back to my car and they did a short investigation and took as much information as I could give them. After my car was towed away, my dad came to pick me up and bring me home. We left after my car was towed away. My phone's last location was down the street from the incident, and it hadn't been turned on since the night before, meaning they probably destroyed the phone. The next day, I gave even more information to some detectives regarding my Uber Eats account, and they rather quickly were able to trace the customer account back to a guy named Logan, who, long story short, allegedly lost his phone and wallet, and whoever found or stole them was the one to call the Uber Eats delivery with the intention of robbing me. Basically what I'm saying is whoever did this to me got away with it. The house that they set this up at was a vacant house for sale. My car tires were covered by insurance, but everything else I ate the loss. And this was a painful and expensive, but also valuable lesson to not be so naive ever again in a situation like that. I stopped deliveries for a few months. Then I went back to doing daytime deliveries.
That shit crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, we gonna do some Nukes top 5 though. A lot of y'all say y'all ain't scary, man. You said Mavs gang. I mean, you show up too late, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You know what I mean? Y'all be showing up too late, bro. You feel me? It's already